Hello, my fellow readers. Welcome back to my channel and happy Friday. Tonight we're going to sit back and dive into episode 1 of my new book series, Midnight Desires. Midnight Desires is a riveting tale that delves into the complex emotions of passion, betrayal, and redemption. Set against a backdrop of mystery and allure, the story weaves through the lives of characters whose intense desires drive them to make life-altering decisions. Episode 1: The Fractured Routine. Kerrington James had spent 20 years building what everyone thought was the perfect life: a successful career, a beautiful home, 3 wonderful children, a 6-figured business, and a stable marriage with David, the man she had loved since they were teenagers. Kerrington James had spent 20 years building what everyone thought was the perfect life: a successful career, a beautiful home, 3 wonderful children, a 6-figured business, and a stable marriage with David, the man she had loved since they were teenagers. But beneath the surface of this picture-perfect life, a storm was brewing, one that would shatter the world she had so carefully created. Kerrington had always been the one who held everything together, the glue that kept the family running smoothly. From PTA meetings to boardroom presentations, she was the definition of efficiency. Friends admired her, and some friends just grew distant from her. Colleagues respected her, and the family depended on her. It was stressful, but she did all that and more with a smile. Yet, despite the outward appearances, there were cracks in her carefully crafted facade. Late at night, when the house was quiet and everyone was asleep, Kerrington would lie awake, questioning everything. Her career, once a source of pride, had become a treadmill of endless demands. Her marriage, though stable on the surface, felt more like a partnership of convenience than the passionate connection they once shared. And as for the children, as much as she adored them, she sometimes felt lost in the overwhelming responsibilities of motherhood. David, a lawyer with a steady career, the man she once believed was her perfect match, seemed distant. They had built a life together, in their big, beautiful suburban home that Kerrington designed herself, and from the outside, they appeared to be the epitome of a happy, successful family. But somewhere along the way, they had lost each other. Conversations were now brief exchanges about schedules, bills, and kids, with little space for dreams, desires, or even simple affection. It wasn't any one thing that brought her to the breaking point. It was 1,000 small moments, a growing realization that something had to change. The storm she felt coming wasn't just about external pressures. It was an inner reckoning, a moment of truth Kerrington could no longer avoid. The perfect life she had built was a house of cards, and Kerrington knew it was only a matter of time before it came crashing down. And when it did, she wasn't sure if she'd be able to pick up the pieces. Kerrington's life revolved around her family and her work as an interior designer. To outsiders, everything seemed perfect, but Kerrington felt an emptiness creeping in, a quiet loneliness that gnawed at her every day. David was a good husband, a dedicated father, but over time their passion had withered. Their love had grown comfortable, but it lacked the fire it once had. They had stopped trying to surprise each other, to make each other feel special. Kerrington found herself yearning for more, though she wasn't sure exactly what more meant. She missed feeling desired, feeling like the center of someone's world. David was always so wrapped up in work and the responsibilities of life that she felt invisible. They still shared a bed, still kissed goodbye in the mornings, but it all felt mechanical. She missed the way David used to look at her, with hunger and admiration. Now it seemed he barely saw her at all. Then she met Marcus. It started like any other client meeting. Marcus, a 28-year-old marketing executive who hired her to redesign his apartment, she was flattered by his attention. Marcus was everything David wasn't: young, adventurous, and intensely passionate. He made her feel alive in a way she hadn't felt in years. Their affair began innocently enough with playful texts, lingering looks, but quickly spiraled into something much darker. That concludes our read for tonight, love bugs. So come back through for episode 2. Good night.